All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to follow along with me here I'm going to put my thoughts into words and sentences, and please let me know in the comments, what do you think? From the research that I've done, again, right, take this with a grain of salt, but looking at the preliminary reports, looking at the report we got right when Charlie was assassinated, then what we heard hours later, then what we heard the next day, then the day after that, then when the alleged assassin was captured. Putting it all together, it doesn't make any sense. They catch one guy, he's the wrong guy. But this guy that they caught was there for September 11th. He called in the Boston Marathon bombing from Utah hours before it happened. Then a year after that, he threatened to bomb a Utah marathon, was charged and found guilty of a terrorist threat, and instead of going to prison for a decade, only did 6 months of probation. And now that old man was George Zinn, I believe is his name, was the first person to be arrested because he was running around and saying, I shot him, I shot him. Then he was released, no charges. Then they catch another guy, we don't know who it is. Then they release him. Then they release a detailed report of what happened when we're like, BS, that sounds fake. So he shoots, takes the gun apart. 15 seconds later, he's jumping off the building, puts the gun back together, wraps it in a towel, puts it in a box, leaves it in an area where it's easily found. And then when we're like, it's all BS, they release a text message of literally 20 minutes after the assassination where he is texting his boyfriend completely just in detail, speaking of everything that happened, the same story that the feds gave us. Last night was released a video of less than 2 hours later, Charlie Kirk's assassin in a McDonald's, not a drive-thru, but goes in, face uncovered, orders chicken nuggets, ice cream, like nothing ever happened. Is it a fall guy? I don't know, but the story is not adding up. And Kash Patel, let's all admit that if it wasn't for Charlie Kirk, Kash Patel would not have been the FBI director today, because when Trump said, I want Kash to be my FBI director, some Republican senators were like, no, we're not going to let him through. And Charlie Kirk came out and said, if you are a Republican and you vote against Kash Patel, I will personally make sure you lose your primary election. You're out. So he gets in. Charlie Kirk gets assassinated. I can't eat. I know you couldn't eat for at least 24 hours just like me. What was Kash Patel doing just 2 hours later? He was eating dinner with his girlfriend that is way younger and way out of his league. Makes no sense. Honeypot operation? I don't know. This is all speculation. But while you and I can't eat, and many of us who have never met Charlie couldn't eat, couldn't drink, couldn't sleep, Kash, who's supposed to be a personal friend of Charlie, instead of getting on the FBI jet, going down and hunting down the killer, he goes to New York with his friends and his girlfriend to one of the most expensive restaurants in the nation for steak dinners and drinks. Would you go out for steak dinners and drinks if one of your close friends was assassinated? Good question. And then he's drunk texting, we caught the guy. Never mind, it's the wrong guy. You're not even there. You're drinking and having steaks. I want justice for Charlie, not fake justice. Not one of these MLK, Kennedy. I want everybody involved down. Whether it's the LGBT activist group online, whether it's Antifa, whether it's the deep state, or a foreign government. And just hours after Charlie died, Fox News and Real American Voices reported that there are reports coming out that foreign intelligence could have been involved. And then just like that, we never hear about that again. Weird. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, but right now, I call BS. Nothing makes sense. And do you know, to this moment, the alleged assassin has not admitted to killing him? Do you know that they're telling us that online he admitted, oh, I'm turning myself in. But when he's being interviewed, he's denying everything. And apparently the prosecution says he might have a good alibi. I'll keep you updated. Pray for justice. Pray for peace. Pray for President Trump. God bless.